feel peaceful during your conversations in English? Want to remove all nerves and anxiety while speaking the language? Well, stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to share 7 tactics that you can use so that all those nerves go straight out the window. You can speak English so confidently and fluently. Hello, I'm Francisca from English to Thrive. I'm an English confidence mentor, and I'm going to talk about a word that sounds awful, which is anxiety. And as an anxiety and depression survivor, I know a thing or two about overcoming it. So if you're excited to watch this video, hit the subscribe button and also the bell to be notified for when I release a new video every single week. And now let's get into it. Now, as a non-native English speaker myself, yes, English is not my native language. I have experienced stepping out of the comfort zone, and that alone can be terrifying in your native language. And let's not even talk about, stepping out of the comfort zone in English. So the first tactic I'm going to share with you guys is affirmations. I'm a firm believer that you are what you listen to, seriously. And so affirmations, otherwise known as mantras, are these positive phrases that you listen to, that you read, or that you even see, that really reprogram your brain and your subconscious. You know, this might sound a little bit weird, but just stay with me. So they not only make you feel more confident, but really as you repeat them time over time, day by day, week by week, you start really being what you listen to. So examples of these phrases can be, I am a confident speaker. I am such a fluent speaker. Or phrases like, I'm an amazing English speaker. Even if it's not true, the more you think about it, the more you will act accordingly, meaning you will practice more, you will feel more confident. This will remove thoughts that may be anxiety driven, like I suck, like this is nerve-wracking, I'm so nervous, because the more that you think that, the more anxious you'll become. So really, affirmations are amazing, and you can repeat them in front of a mirror. You can repeat them, as you're walking. You just get creative and just repeat them because you will become them. Second one is hype song. So what is a hype song? It's basically a song that you love that really gets you in a really happy and an excited mood, as opposed to a mood where you're like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, I feel so anxious, before maybe you have a presentation, or you have an interview. Personally, I love listening to songs like from Bruno Mars or like Dua Lipa, whatever song that really gets you feeling happy and gets you to maybe distract yourself a little bit from that big presentation that you have coming up. Put on a song. Nowadays we have so many tools. You can put a song on Spotify, YouTube. I mean, there are so many tools. All you need is just a song that lifts you up, that gets you feeling excited. Because remember, you can always reframe fear as something exciting. You can always remove fear and make it fun. So you can even sing it. You can dance it out, whatever it is that you need to do. But songs are a really, really powerful tool to get you feeling really upbeat. Also, it's good for your listening skills. Now, the third tactic is having a little bit of a script or structure. Anxiety comes for when we feel unprepared, like we don't feel like we are good enough, we don't feel worthy of being maybe in a particular scenario. So what scripts give is a little bit of like structure and a little bit of order, so that, for example, you can have some prompts in front of you, start a conversation, to continue with the conversation, and to end the conversation. And this will make you feel more prepared, because remember that when you have preparation beforehand, you're much more likely to feel more calm, and you're much more likely to give an amazing, let's say that you are going to have, well, I have sales calls every day for my business, so I know that I have to have a structure. Those conversations in itself are really a little bit nerve-wracking, right? We're talking to real human beings. And so having a structure or like some prompts that help me guide the conversation really calm my nerves and make me feel more confident. Now, there's a little thing, because there needs to be balance. So there needs to be a balance between structure and improvisation, because you don't want to sound robotic. You don't want to have read a whole script, because then the person's gonna notice, and there's not gonna be that warm, emotional quality of a good conversation, right? So yes, a script is good, but there also needs to be a balance, as I mentioned. Now, for example, if you have a phrase such as like, hey, where are you in the world? Then you can add something like, oh really? Oh, Toronto? Oh well, that's an amazing city. I would love to visit it. So yes, you can have a prompt, but you can also add your own ideas, and that will help you get more creative. And as you say those prompts, it will relieve a lot of anxiety for you. Now with scripts, I actually like to use a structure, as I said, of like a sales conversation, because you have this ice breaking, this reporting, which you kind of like say, hello, where in the world are you? And then you have tone setting so that the person knows what the conversation is going to be about, what's going to happen. And then you have prompts that are only for you to interrupt, for you to listen, right? Because nobody wants like just to talk in a conversation. You also have to listen, right? Although I'm not the best listener, but anyway. So prompts like, I see, I hear you, I understand, I can see that. Prompts that really make you look that you're listening, and well, obviously you have to listen as well, but they give you a development to the conversation that will lead into the final conclusion, where you can say, well, finally, I think that we should, right? And make an agreement in the conversation or whatever it is. But that way you will feel much calmer. And remember that with structure, tone is very important as well, because as I said before, you don't want to sound like a robot. So the pace and the tone have to be in place. And I know it's a lot of things to keep in mind, but again, the more prepared you are, the less nervous and anxious you will feel. Number 4 is lean into the discomfort. Feel the feelings. I know anxiety can feel really awful, especially when it's something important coming up, and obviously when you're speaking English as well, your second language. But really, it is a normal feeling. It is a normal feeling. And so no worries. All you have to think is, okay, let me just feel uncomfortable, and then just wait a couple of minutes, because it takes at least a few minutes until your brain and your body acknowledges what's happening. And so then if you can withstand, if you can talk for like a few minutes, then you'll realize that everything's good. Everything's gonna be good, maybe like 5-6 minutes. And then the more that you do it, obviously the easier and more comfortable it will feel. So you don't get to feel victorious without feeling a little bit uncomfortable first. And then when you get past those nerves, the anxiety, that conversation, that interview, that presentation, you go to the other side, you're gonna feel so well. You're gonna feel amazing. Number 5, practice. So practice makes perfect. It is quite known, it sounds even cliche, but it is true. The more that you practice and the more that you do something, the more comfortable you will feel afterward, right? So I'm gonna give you 2 exercises that you can practice today, and you can do it, please don't do it just once, right? I mean, do it like every day if possible. So one of them is called shadowing, right? And another one is something I called everyday imitation. So shadowing, and let me know if you want a whole video of this technique, write it in the comments below. But shadowing is really an exercise, a technique that you use to think more in English, think less in your native language, and also increase fluency. So for example, you take an audio, and then what you do is that you repeat as soon as the native English speaker says something, you repeat it. And so it's quite challenging, but it is something that you can try today. Oh, and the other exercise is something I call everyday imitation. So it's basically you take a phrase, so let's say a blessing in disguise, and you imitate it. A blessing in disguise. Why everyday? Well, because it's everyday language that you can use, during conversations, business meetings, professional scenarios, especially if you want to really belong in a native English speaking scenario. And so you practice this too for a long period of time, and I swear you're gonna start feeling less anxiety, and you're gonna feel so confident. So have you tried these tactics? Make sure that you write a comment below. I would love to know if you have tried them, or which number you're gonna try out. I'm so excited to read those comments. And also, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a little like. But anyway, let's go into the final 2 tactics that you can use today to overcome anxiety while speaking English. So number 6 is breathing. I know it sounds so simple, but actually anxiety comes from a place of being accelerated. I know, because I've been like that many times every day. And so the moment that you accelerate and you kind of like breathe in, breathe out. I know I talked about affirmations, but meditations, and you can find a lot of videos on YouTube. I'll make sure that I link one of those below, but it is something that you can just put and listen to and get into that calming, environment. So in fact, let's take one deep breath together now, and you'll see how the vibe and the feeling is different. So done. After that, you're just so peaceful. So really try it and do it really as often as you can. I know it may seem really difficult once you're like feeling anxious and you're feeling insecure or something. Thinking about breathing and meditating, I have this awesome exercise that my therapist taught me. And it is that you can put a high frequency audio, high frequency music. You can find lots of those on YouTube. You just put high frequency audio. And what you will do is acknowledge thoughts, negative thoughts that come in, like I'm mispronouncing words, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm feeling super insecure. And do not push them away, let them in. Acknowledge them, and as you listen to the sound, as you listen to the music, it's like you acknowledge them, but then you let them go, and you let them go, and you let them go. So that will transform those negative thoughts into really a positive experience, and that will remove so much anxiety for you when you're speaking a foreign language. So last but not least, number 7, and it is something that it is not my credit, it's from the amazing Mel Robbins. And she has something called the 5-second rule. Now, we all know that anxiety is driven because we have so many thoughts and we're unsure about doing something, and generally we do not take action. So the best way to really overcome anxiety is actually taking action. I always say to my students, inside of my program, the English Confidence Method, that action brings confidence. And so there's this rule called the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins, in which you just do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you just do it. No more seconds or anything. So Mel Robbins uses this technique so as not to hit the snooze button, which means not to fall asleep, not to fall asleep in the morning. She said that it was 5, 6 a.m. and so she would use this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then she would just wake up and go on with her day. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to count until 5, just as Mel Robbins does, and then just do it. Just participate in a conversation. Just keep speaking. Do your presentation without even thinking. Just do it, because action brings confidence. And so remember that technique. So those are the 7 tactics you can use now, today, to overcome anxiety, nerves while you're speaking English. And to add, I have a special gift just for you, and it is my everyday imitation audio with 20 expressions you can use right now in order to contribute to your practice. Remember that tactic, and you can remove nerves, you can have more structure, and you can have more practice in your everyday life and profession with amazing native-like expressions in English. You can download the audio below. There's going to be there a link. So I'm excited for you to try them out, and this will really make you feel like a super confident and fluent English speaker. If you enjoyed this video, if you have found it useful, remember to subscribe and hit the like button and the notification bell, because next video I'm going to reveal the secret to feeling confident when speaking English. Remember to visit the website www.englishtothrive.com to find out how you could work with me personally inside of my signature program, the English Confidence Method. I'll see you in the next video.